the way I cried like a baby, and I kid you not. I was
No,
playing
I
together.
did that too. I watched
Understood.
the other dog. I wasn't there, but hello, Bruce. With Shabbos.
I had to skip out at a breakfast for run an errand Friday. Did anybody mention about Lewis Miller's brother died?
No.
I saw it in the paper this morning. It was S. Murray Miller, and that's Lewis's brother. So I didn't know if that was mentioned in the
Yeah.
meeting.
Did he die in the morning or?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it was in yesterday's art, or was
At 12 o'clock.
yesterday's paper is all I know.
At 12 o'clock Friday, I was at Levinson's for a funeral for the 42-year-old Jeremy Davidson. And it was bitter cold, although it wasn't temperature so cold, but between the wind and the humidity.
Raw.
Excuse me, it's 6 o'clock.
Okay, who davened last Shabbat Mincha?
I did.
You can't both raise your hands.
Yeah, I can't remember. I thought I did.
You did the week before. I did last
Okay,
week.
you did last week.
Okay. Is there anyone else who could do Shabbat Mincha? Who is peace? Oh, that's from the Chamovitz. And Randy Glassman will say for Ma'ariv. Okay, Ruthann, you're on for Ashrei, page 558. And Sandy, would you be co-respondent, please?
I
As soon
will.
as she gets her sitter open.
How can you tell?
I bet she knows it by heart.
Yeah, but you never know what's going to happen when you play that game.
That's true. That's so true. Page 558.
Ready.
Ashrei Yeshvei Beitecha Od Yehallelujah Selah.
Ashrei ha'am shekachalo, Ashrei ha'am shadonai Elohav.
Tehillah David, Aramimcha Elohai HaMelech, Baruch Hashem Le'olam Va'ed.
L'chol yom avarchecha, v'alashim chol olam va'ed.
Ado Adonai Imhalam Ed, Ligdul Tewein Cheker.
Dor l'dor shabach ma'asecha, gvuratecha yagidu.
Adar Kaved Hodecha, B'divrei Niflotecha Sicha.
Lezuz noretecha yameru, dulatcha saprena.
Zecher Rab Tuvacha Yabi, V'tzikatecha Yiranenu.
Chanun v'rachum Adonai, yerach hapai mugdal chesed.
Dev Adonai Lako, V'racham Aval Kol Ma'asav.
Yeduch Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yivarchucha.
Kavod Malchutecha Yameru, Kavuratecha Yidaberu.
L'hodia livnei ha'adam gerota, v'chvod hadar malchuto.
Malchutecha Malchut Kol Olamim, Memshaltecha B'chol Dor V'Ador.
Chamech Adonai l'chol ha'neflim, v'zakef l'chol ha'kfufim.
Ein Nechwelecha Yitzaberu, V'yatanoten Lahem Et Ochlam Be'iteho.
V'teach et yodecha, maspiel l'chol chai ratzon.
Yadik Adonai B'chol Racha, V'chasid B'chol Ma'atzav.
Karev Adonai l'chol karav, l'chol asher yikra'u v'emet.
Ritzon Yireab Yatzev, V'yet Shavatam Yishma V'yoshiahem.
Shomer Adonai et kol ohav, ve'et kol arshayim yashmid.
Tehillah Adonai Yedaber Pi, V'yivarech Basar Shem Kodsho Le'olam Va'ed.
Anachnu nevarech ya, me'atav v'yad olam hallelujah.
Va'anak Nenavarech Ya, Me'atav Yad Olam Hallelujah. Uvav Litzion.
Continue, page 560, in the middle of the page.
ויבטחו בך ידי שמך, כי לא עזבת דרשך אדוני. אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה ויאדיר. יקדש מרבה.
Amen. 560.
ימה דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי. וחייכון וימיכון, וחיי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בזמן קריב ימרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם עולם מעמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו. לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בימה, ימרו, אמן.
Rise 566. Kimitzion.
Excuse me. Ki mitzion tetse Torah. Ki mitzion tetse Torah. Udavar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Lamo Yisrael B'Kedushato. Gadlu Ladonai Tiyuna Ramana Shemo Yachdav.
Atem Adrikim.
Adonai Elohechem Chayim
Hadrikim Adonai Elohechem Chayim Kohem Hayam.
May be seated. Today's parsha, we continue with the story of Abraham. I don't know what the page is, but Parshat Vayera, chapter 18, verse 1. And just to see Ruth Ann and Sandy. Susan, are you at all ready to read? We don't know. Okay, Randy is right there and indicating that she is. Excellent. We make the bracha together, please. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
Olam
Asher
asher
Kedeshanu b'mitzvotav tzivanu la'asot b'divrei Torah.
Amen, amen, amen. Ruth Ann, please, the first aliyah, Vayera.
Vayera elav Adonai be'elonei mamre v'hu yoshe petach ha'ohel kechem hayam. Vayisai na vayar v'hinei shlosha anashim nitzavim alav. Vayaret likrata mipetach ha'ohel vayishtachu arza vayamar Adonai imna matzati chen b'einecha al na ta'avur me'al avdecha yukach na me'at mayim v'rachatzu raglechem v'hisha'anu tachat ha'etz v'echafat lechem v'sa'adu libechem achar ta'averu ki al ken avartem al avdechem v'yamru ken taseh asher dibarta.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the story of Abraham continues. Jeffrey, if you would, with drama and flair and volume, please.
The Lord appeared to him by the terebinths of Mamre. He was sitting at the entrance of the tent as the day grew hot. Looking up, he saw 3 men standing near him. As soon as he saw them, he ran from the entrance of the tent to greet them and bowed to the ground. He said, "My lords, if it please you, do not go on past your servant. Let a little water be brought, bathe your feet, and recline under the tree. And let me fetch a morsel of bread, so that you may refresh yourselves. Then go on, seeing that you have come your servant's way." They replied, "Do as you have said."
Interesting, and I think to note that the understanding that the Jewish tradition has about Abraham, he does not enter the Jewish tradition because God tells him, "Hey, Avram, I got good news. There's one God and I'm it, and you're going to be my servant." Abraham has to discover out of his own experience and difficult, hard encounter, personal encounter with the meaning of life. It is Abraham who explores and defines and creates out of his own soul and being that mission and place and statement and vision and ideals that he gave to us of the Jewish people. I'm going to ask Myra, we have your side for your father. Would you unmute yourself, please? Myra Gershon, if you're there.
Oh, you got me unmuted.
Okay. What's Dad's English name?
Samuel London.
Samuel London. How long ago?
So mine is Mara.
Okay, but we're reading Torah now, and that's the
Okay.
appropriate time to do the memorial.
Okay.
How old was he when he died?
61.
Ugh, how many years ago?
51.
Oish. Something that you learned from him.
How to be a good person, how to be a good Jew.
Wow. Well,
How to-
he done a good job, Myra. He really did well. And
Thank
we'd
you.
love to hear more, but we're way out of time. What is his Hebrew name, please, and his father's?
Yisrael ben Chaim Halevi.
מלא רחמים, שוכן במרומים, המצי מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה, במעלות קדושים וטהורים, כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים את נשמת ישראל בן, his father's name?
Chaim Halevi.
חיים הלוי שהלך לעולמו בגן עדן תהא מנוחתו אנא ברחמים הסתירהו בסתר כנפיך לעולמי מוצרו בצרור החיים את נשמתו אדוני הוא נחלתו ואנוח בשלום המשכבו ונאמר
Amen.
Amen. How old were you, Myra, when he passed?
Now, am I supposed to give that secret away?
No, not at all.
I was 24.
Okay. Well, clearly, I'm sure his memory is vivid and his blessing continues.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We continue with the second Aliyah, chapter 18, verse 6, and Randy Glassman is going to lead us. Randy, please.
6 through what?
6 through 8, 6, 7, and 8.
Oh, okay. Vayimaher Avraham ha'ohela el Sarah vayomer Mahari shalosh im kemach solet lushi vasi ugahot ve'el habakar ratz Avraham vayikach ben bakar rak batov Vatitain Vayitain El Hanar Vayimaher La'asot Oto Vayikachem V'chalav
ובין הבקר אשר עשה וייתן לפניהם, והוא עומד עליהם תחת העץ
ויאכל.
ויאכלו.
Original French cooking, we've got butter, we've got milk, we've got calf meat. I'm sure it was delicious. Jeffrey, please.
Abraham hastened into the tent to Sarah and said, "Quick, 3 se'im of choice flour, knead and make cakes." Then Abraham ran to the herd, took a calf, tender and choice, and gave it to the servant boy, who hastened to prepare it. He took curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set these before them. He waited on them under the tree as they ate.
Excellent. Susan Miller, a quick question. We just found out that your uncle passed away. Is that true? When is the funeral?
The funeral was yesterday.
Okay, so can we make a memorial prayer for this wonderful man?
Sure.
And
Thank you.
Of course. What is his English name?
Murray Miller, and his Hebrew name is Shlomo ben Yitzchak V'Shifra.
Yitzchak Halevi.
Yeah.
V'Shifra. Shlomo ben Yitzchak Halevi V'Shifra. El Malachamim Shochim Bamomim Amtzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Hashchina במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר כי המזהירים את נשמת שלמה בן יצחק הלוי ושפרה שהלך לעולמו בגן עדן תהי מנוחתו. אנא ברחמים הסתיריה בסתר כנפיך לעולמי הימצאו בצרור החיים את נשמתו. אדוני הוא נחלתו וינוע בשלום המשכבו ונאמר אמן. Susan, would you tell us one thing about this wonderful man?
Uncle Murray was a family man. I mean, he had a blended family and he loved them all. And he loved all of us.
Yeah. I remember him over the years as he came with Dad for Yortzeit.
That's right.
Yep. Sweet man. Thank you. We continue chapter 18, verse 9. Sandy, would you please do the honors?
Thank you. Vayamru elav aye Sarah ishtecha vayomer hine va'ohel vayomer shov ashuv elecha ka'ed chaya v'hine ven l'Sarah ishtecha v'Sarah shomat petach ha'ohel v'hu acharav Avraham v'Sarah zakenim ba'im bayamim chadal lihiyot l'Sarah orach kanashim v'titzchak Sarah b'kirba lemor acharei v'loti hayatali edna v'adoni zaken v'yomer Adonai al Avraham Lama zetzachaka Sarah lemor ha'afumnam eled vanizakanti hayipale me'adonai davar lamoed ashuv elecha ka'ed chaya Usaravein.
Beautiful. Just to point out that God says, tells a white lie here. Sarah says to herself, as we will hear from Jeffrey, I'm going to have a child and my husband is so old. And when God speaks to Abraham, he's asking, why did Sarah laugh, saying that she is old and I will not have a child anymore? And from here we learn that in order to keep the peace, sometimes you have to spin the message and the text on occasion.
But that's not fair, Moshe. She also did actually say, she started off with, we've grown old, including herself in the aged statement.
But she does say Adoni Zaken, and God does not. Okay. Jeffrey, please.
They said to him, "Where is your wife Sarah?" And he replied, "There in the tent." And one said, "I will return to you next year, and your wife Sarah shall have a son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance of the tent, which was behind him. And now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in years. Sarah had stopped having the periods of women. And Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "Now that I am withered, am I to have enjoyment with my husband so old?" Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh, saying, 'Shall I in truth bear a child, old as I am?' Is anything too wondrous for the Lord? I will return to you at the same time next year, and Sarah shall have a son."
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay. We continue with the conclusion of the Torah service, page 570, Eitz Chaim. Bevakasha.
Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikin ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha b'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem
Revise Chatzi Kaddish 572.
Yitkadav Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah
Amen.
V'yalma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechanu v'yamechen v'chayedecho beit Yisrael Bahagala v'zman kariv v'meru amen Eshmei Rabbah mevorach Eolam olam elmaya Yitbarak, Yishtabak, Yitbar, Yitramam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalev, Yitalal, Shemeda Kudesha, Berichu, Leila, Minko Birchata, Beshirata, Tushbechata, Benechemata, Dahamiran Biamha, Amen.
And again, the Amidah on the inside back cover, going back to 574, reciting through the Kedusha and concluding silently.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Nerah, El Elyon, Gamel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chastei Habot, U'Mevi Goel Livnei B'neihem, L'Ma'an Shemo B'Yahavah, Melech Ezer V'Kedim Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham V'Poket Sarah, Atagibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayem Etim Atarav L'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Imarid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayem Etim B'Rachamim Rabim, Samech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim, Mekayem Emanatol L'Shenei Afar, Micha melcha baal gevura to me de melach. Melech me midem chayeh matzmiach Yeshua. Benaman atala hachayet metim. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hametim.
לשמך בעולם, כשם שמלשים אותה בשמי מרום, התהולן ויך, וכעזר זה ואמר.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, kishem shemakdishim ota b'shmei marom, kakatuv yad nevi'echa v'kara zel ze v'yamar.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו לעומתם.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai tzavot, malach haaretz kevodo le'umatam, baruch yameru.
ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו.
Baruch kavod Adonai mimkamo v'direi kodshecha katuv lemor.
מלוך אדוני לעולם, לחייך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה.
Yimloch Adonai leolam Elohai Tzion ledor vador hallelujah. Ledor vador nagi god lecha lenetzach nitzachim. Kedushach decha naktish v'shivacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam vahed. Ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Sandy, does Leslie have a yahrzeit tonight and tomorrow?
She does, but I don't have a name for you. I'm really
She's
sorry.
here. She's on.
Good.
No, I made a mistake. It's next week. It's for my father.
All right.
It's November. It's
Then I will have a
November
name
6th
for
and
you
7th.
if we need it.
Yes.
Okay.
Last week was this week is next week.
Right. Who knows?
Like my creditors and debtors.
Oh,
We
yeah.
continue with Kaddish Shalem 596.
Yitkara v'yikara shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yimechon v'v'chayerucho beit Yisrael b'agalav izman karim v'imharu. Amen. Yehesh me rabba mevorach le'olam olam le'omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnatzeh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemede kudusha. Elam minko berchata v'shirata tishbachata v'nachamata damiran v'yama v'imaru. Amen. Tikabat Salotan Ubautahan Dacha Yisrael Kadama Vahan Bishmaya Bimaru. Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu V'yalka Yisrael Bimaru. Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimramav. Uyatei Shalom. Aleinu V'yalka Yisrael. V'yimaru.
Amen.
Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekedu l'yotzer breshit, shelo hatzanu k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adam ha, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gora leinu k'chol ha'monam. V'anachnu karim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Ki hamalchut shelcha hi olamei atimlech bechavod kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimlech le'olam vahed v'nehemar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz Bayam hahu Yeh Adonai echad B'shemo B'shemo echad B'shemo echad.
We recall with love those who are in our lives and whose yortzeit is the 13th of Cheshvan, Shabbat, October 31st, 2020. The following names are listed in our perpetual memorials at Chizuk Amuno: Rosalind Appelfeld, Sarah Fisher, Dolly Friedman, Cyril Grant, Martin Grossbart, A.B. Hirschman, Beatrice Hyman, Sarah Kahn, Jerome Koppel, Harry Leibovitz, Simon Needle, Joseph Shapiro, Louis Schechter, Helen Smith, Chazan Adolf Weisgall, Daniel Wolf, and we mourn the loss of Susan Martin, or Murray
Miller.
Miller, blessed memory. And of course, tonight is for London, right? The London Yortzeit. Is there anybody else for today? Okay. Susan, would you lead us in the Mourner's Kaddish, please, on page 600?
Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalmad divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayedachol beit Yisrael. V'agala v'zman kari v'yamru Amen.
Amen.
Shmei Rabbah mevarach li'olam olamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kedusha baruch Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran v'yalma v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Yehi shalom araba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Susan. Susan, did Murray, was he sick for a while, or was it?
His death was unexpected.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry to you and the family. Please convey our condolences to the family.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Susan, will you please lead us in the Arvit service on page 200? Please rise.
V'hurachum yechaper avon v'lo yashchit v'hir bala shiva po v'lo yair kol chamato Adonai Oshia Hamelech ya'anenu v'yom kareinu. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam vaed.
Be seated.
El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Amen.
V'yavatacha tatzir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Yisrael.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'yavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol miodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh. Asher Anochi mitzavacha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivcha b'beitecha, v'letecha b'derech, uv'shavtecha kumecha, ukashartam liot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, Uchaftam hamezuzot beitecha uvisharecha.
Yeah.
U'mahan yirbu yemechem v'imei v'nechem al hadama asher nishba Adonai lavotechem latet lahem ki mei hashamayim al haaretz. Vayomer Adonai a Moshe lemor, Daber el bnei Israel v'amarta lehem, v'yasu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei v'dehem l'dorotam, v'nadnu al tzitzit hakanaf b'til techelet, v'hayu lachem l'tzitzit, uritem oto. V'sachtem et kol mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei nechem asher atem zonim achareihem leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotoi v'tem kadoshim leloechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. U'malchuto b'ratzon kiblu aleihem, Moshe v'nei Yisrael l'chanu shira b'simcha rabah, v'yamru chulam, mi chamocha b'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Norati lo Joseph ele. Malchut charuvanecha bokeh ayam lifnei Moshe. Ze Eli anu v'amru. Adonai yimloch leolam vaed. V'nemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov. Ugo alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai go'al Yisrael.
Amen.
Ushemor tzeitenu v'oinu l'chaim u'shalom me'atah v'yad olam. Baruch atah Adonai shomer amo Yisrael la'ad.
Amen.
Baruch Adonai le'olam amen v'amen.
On page 206. 206.
Ki hamalchut shelcha hi ulameyad timloch bechavod ki ein lanu melech ela ata baruch ata Adonai hamelech bechvado tamid yimloch aleinu li'olam vaed v'al kol ma'asav.
Amen. We rise Chatzi Kaddish 208.
Yitkadav yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Yom adivrach yirute, v'yom lilch malchute, b'chayechonu v'yamechonu, v'chayedecho beit Yisrael, b'agalav izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach, v'olam olamei amaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitala shmei dekudesha. V'echu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechamata, damiran b'yama v'yemeru. Amen.
The silent Amidah begins on page 210. Please remember on page 212 at the top, the top paragraph for Motzei Shabbat, Atachonantanu. חסוכים מכל חטא ומלכים, מכל עוון ומבקים בבתך, כונן ביתך ויבינה וישכל בבתך וכל הבית. Whenever you're ready, Susan.
Yitkadav Yikadashime Rabba.
Amen.
Yamadi Brachirutev Yam Lilch Machute B'chayechon of Yamechon of Chayedecho Beit Israel Bagalav Izman Kariv Yimru Amen. Yehishme Rabba Mevorach Liolam Olome Amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalash Shmei Kudusha V'yilchu Le'ela Min Kol Berchata V'shirata Tishbachata V'nechamata Damiran B'yama V'yimeru Amen. Tidgabal Tzalotahon Ba'utahon D'chol Yisrael Kadamu Handi V'shmaya V'yimeru Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen. Aseh Shalom B'mrama Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen.
We turn to page 700 for the Havdalah, and I don't tire from making the point, which was a revelation to me, that Havdalah is Kiddush. We light the fire to indicate that we now can light fire again publicly. And we have wine and spices. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'el. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamabdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshev ben Yisrael la'amim ben yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei ha'maaseh. Baruch atah Adonai hamabdil ben kodesh lechol.
Amen.
Abdil ben kodesh lechol. חטאותינו ימחול, זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול, וכוכבים בלילה. שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, הגות אבוך, הגות אבוך, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, אליהו הנביא, אליהו התשבי, אליהו, אליהו, אליהו הגלעדי, במהרה בימינו יבוא אלינו, עם משיח בן דוד, עם משיח בן דוד, אליהו הנביא, אליהו התשבי, אליהו, אליהו, אליהו הגלעדי. A good Geben Shvach. Please God, may the elections go as we wish for the best for this great country. Watch over us, God. Watch over us. We'll try and do our part to make sure that all is as need be. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית.
לא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמחקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים Livnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Kakatuv b'toratecha, Adonai himloch li'olam v'hed. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al haaretz. Bayom ahu, yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo, U'shemo echad, U'shemo echad.
Beautiful, beautiful davening. Myra, what's Dad's first name, please? Jeffrey, do you have it?
Samuel London.
I'm sorry, Samuel?
Samuel London.
We recall the following with love, the following who are in our hearts, in our lives, and inspire us. For Motzei Shabbat, the 13th of Cheshvan, that's the 14th of Cheshvan. Sunday, November 1st, 2020. Samuel Abrams, Morris Abrams, Morris Abramson, Celia Burko, Gertrude Bernstein, Joseph Cohen, Isaac Druckmann, Meyer Enoch, Esther Feinglass, Anna Goldberg, Herbert Goldman, Herman Goldstein, Gladys Goodman, Harry Greenberg, Annie Jacobs, Simon Katz, Louis Lipsitz, Simon Lowenthal, Harry Ludwig, Sandra Missel, Marvin Plant, Jules Scher, Anne Siegel, Albert Weiner, and Samuel London of blessed memory. And to Dr. Susan Miller's family, our heartfelt condolences on the loss of Murray. Yortzeit and Mourners Kaddish, page 226. Susan, please lead us.
Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich machutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho be'Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'yamru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabbah l'barak v'yamaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudisha barechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya v'chaim olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen. Amen. Susan, let me ask again, how old was Mary?
Uncle Murray was 88.
The older I get, the younger that gets. In any case, our condolences. Tonight, we move the clock back. And so you get to stay up a little later, but 9:30 tomorrow, we will be here, please God, for Shacharit services. To all of you, if you are driving, please drive safely. If you're walking, be twice as careful. Sleep well, stay dry, stay warm. And may God keep us under the right leadership. Please, God. Please, God. I can't imagine I'm sorry. Randy?
If you can go outside tonight, if you get a chance, it's supposed to be a double moon. It's the last time that it was something like this was in 1945. So
Okay, is the sky,
Oh, no,
Sky
but
right now is cloudy, so I don't know.
Cloudy.
There's
It's
a blue moon
not a
every-
double moon.
every
It
3
said
months.
it's the second full moon this month.
And it's
Yeah,
called,
The
correct.
blue
The
moon.
It's
blue
called a
moon.
double, I'm
Blue
sorry,
moon.
called a blue moon.
Blue moon.
Blue moon.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Blue
that
moon,
happens,
thank you.
that happens about once every 3 years. So it's been,
No, see, the last, I read up on it, said it was 1945 was the last
okay,
time.
but
Oh, it might have
That's
been the last
not
time
true.
for this month.
That's, oh, maybe for October, but.
Yeah.
Ah, October, being that it's on Halloween.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll do
The
it.
witches are gonna be out.
Can I just say, I heard back from the